Hey guys, this is my preliminary look at my hat. So these are the motifs that I've made for the holiday season. As you can see, the main one here is the poinsettia motif I have here. It's a six-sided square I came up with. And then right now I made these smaller squares which will fit each corner, and so far I've done 5 corners and I need a 6th one. So in this part of the video I will actually show you how I do this motif for the last part to make this hat. In the previous video I've shown you how to make the main poinsettia motif, and I'm just going to show you how to make this next motif, and then lastly I'll show you how I join this to make the hat. It's quite an elaborate hat, and it's quite flamboyant, if that's the right word. It's quite an elaborate hat, but it's also quite, for those Christmas lovers out there, they would love to show this. So I just want to show you this, how I do this pattern, and we'll move right along. Okay, we'll see you soon. Okay, so to start this crochet square, the 2 colors I'm using for the process of this is Red Heart Super Saver Light Time, or Medium Time actually, and then this is Red Heart's Soft Yarn, and this is an Off-White. So there's going to be a number of color changes and a number of tails that have to be sewn in. I'll just show you the back here. I haven't finished sewing them in yet. I just have them woven under, but I have to do a bit more finishing before I finish the project. But at this state I just want to show you how I do this. Okay, so in this project I'm going to use my G crochet hook. I use this one because I find when I make motifs or any kind of squares that they come out bigger than the suggested size. If I used an I hook, this would be massively big. So I'd rather, for my purposes, in terms of how I make them, I'd rather use a G hook. Just might be the tension that I use when I crochet. So I make my slip knot here. So to start this one, I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 chains there. And then I'm going to join it to the center. And then to start this square, I'm going to do a chain 3 up. 1, 2, 3. And I'll yarn over, and I'll pull through the center of the loop, the circle that I created. I pull up, and I finished a double crochet. So now this counts as 2 double crochets. Now I yarn over again, go through the loop, and do, this is the 3rd double crochet. Now I'll chain 2, yarn over, into the center, and I'll do 3 double crochets. So there's the 1st, again, into the loop, 2nd double crochet, into the loop again, 3rd double crochet, now a chain 2. Let's start this back a bit. So now I yarn over, pull through the center, pull up, there's 2, 3. Now chain 2. Now yarn over. 1 to the center again. There's 2, and to the center again. That's 3. So now you can see I have the basics of my square. I have 4 sides around, and then to finish this one I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to slip stitch into the beginning chain 3 of the square, pull through there, and then I'm going to try to secure it. I'll get my scissors, leave a bit of a tail here, and I'll pull that out there, and that's the end of the first round. So I'll come back and show you how I continue around on this round. Okay, so starting with round 2, I'm changing to the off-white color. Do a slip stitch. And when I start this round here, I have this tail here, but what I like to do is start in a in the corner that doesn't have that finishing. So I'll slip stitch into that, then I'll chain 1, and I'll double crochet, then I'll double crochet again in that same space. And what I'm going to do for this round is I'm going to double crochet in each of the stitches across, so there's 3 double crochets in this round, and then the 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets in the corner. So I started the first half of this one, so I'll go into the next one, so I'll go into that first loop there, right here. It's 1, 2, and 3. Now go into the chain 2 space. I'll do 1 double crochet, and a second double crochet. Now chain 2. I'll do 2 more double crochets in the same space here. Okay, so when I'm getting to this part where I have the rest of the end of my last round, there is not a really discernible loop of that first double crochet. So what I do is I hold that tail down, and I'll double crochet a third one into this space, the corner, just to account for that first double crochet. So now go into the next double crochet, which is right here. So I'll pull through there. I keep the tail underneath. And there's one more. That's the second. And this is the third double crochet on that round. And then we go into the corner. Two. Chain 2. And then 2 more. And chain 2. I'm holding that down. So if we look back, so this side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 double crochets on each corner on this round. So I'll finish off this round continuing in the same pattern, and then I'll show you when I finish this one, and I'm just going to cut off this color and go back to the green. Okay, so I came up to the last part of this round. I just did the last 2 double crochets in that corner to match for the first 2. So I'm just going to do 2 chains, and then I'm going to slip stitch in the top of that chain 3. Then that's the end of round 2. So I'm just going to secure this color here. So that's round 2. And I'm going to go back into my medium time color and continue on with this pattern. Okay, so I'm going to start round 3, do my slip knot onto that, and now I'm going to do like I did in the last round. I'm going to pick the corner that doesn't have the finishing just to make it a bit smoother, because just from experience I notice if I keep on changing colors in the same spot, the one side gets a little bit looks a bit noticeable. So I'll go to this side here, I'll slip stitch it on there. Okay, I'll chain 1 up, and I'll do double crochet in this corner. Ooh. I find it a little bit tricky to work with this softer yarn, and as well as with the smaller hook, I tend to fray the edges a little bit, so I'm trying to be careful there. Okay, so now I have the 2 double crochets here. I'm going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so after I have my first 2, I'm going to do my chain 4. I yarn over twice. I go down to the first double crochet from back to front, pull up a loop, and I yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and I yarn over again, I pull through the next 2 loops, I have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over twice, I go into the next double crochet from back to front, pull up a loop, yarn through 2, first, yarn through 2 again, I have 3 loops on the hook, I yarn over twice, go into the last double crochet of that cluster, on that first round, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, now yarn over, and I pull through all 4 loops on the hook, now I chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I yarn over, and go into the corner, there's 2, there's 1, there's a second double crochet, I chain 2, and then do 2 more double crochets in this corner. The first one, there's the second one. So that's the first part of the leaf. Now I continue that around, so do chain 4, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over twice, I go down to that first double crochet, from back to front, I pull up a loop, yarn over, I pull, yarn over again, pull through 2, I yarn over, I pull through 2, so I have 2 loops on my hook, I yarn over twice, go into the next double crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again, I yarn over twice, and I pull back to front on the last double crochet of that round, in that cluster, I pull up, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, I have 4 on the hook, now I pull, yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook, now chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now as you can see, this tail is still not sewn in. What I'll try to do is I'll try to work it in on the next round, but if not, I'll still have to sew it in if it's still. So I'll just do that again, and I'll just go to the corner, wait, yarn over once, into the corner, pull through, there's 1, there's 2, chain 2, yarn over, same space, and do 2 double crochets. There's 1, pull through again, and there's 2. Okay, so I'll continue this all the way around, and I'll meet back with you at the end. Okay, so I'm coming up to the end of round 3 here, so I'll just do the yarn over, and I finish the last corner. So the first double crochet, and the second double crochet. So what I'll do again is I'll do chain 2, then I'll slip stitch to the top of that one. Okay, so now this is the end of round 3, and you can sort of see how it's looking a lot like the previous one I did. Now I just have one more round. I'm going to change back into my white, and then I'll show you how it goes from there. Okay, so I reconnected it back to my off-white color from my last round. So I'll chain 1, I'll double crochet in this corner, oh, let me try that again, yarn over, there's the first double crochet, the second double crochet. So now what I'm going to do on this round is I'm going to double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. I'm going to do 3 double crochets in the chain 4 space. I'm going to do 1 double crochet right in the top of this triple crochet cluster right there. I'm going to do 3 more on this side, the 2 in this next 2, and then I'll do the 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So at the end there should be 15 double crochets on each side of this square. Okay, so let's get into it. So yarn over, go into that first double crochet, the first, go into the second, there's 2, now yarn over, go into the chain 4 space, I do 3 double crochets, there's 1, 2, 3. Now yarn over, I'll go right into the top here of this cluster. Yarn over, pull up, you can see I'm right into that loop, right up there. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I'll do 3 double crochets in this chain 4. 1, 2, 3. Now double crochet in the next 2. Here's the first one. There's the second one. Then we'll go into the corner here. We yarn over, pull up. There's 1 double crochet. There's the second double crochet, and we do chain 2, and then we repeat and do 2 double crochet, and we do the same thing on the next corner. Okay, so this is how that first side looks. We'll just continue way around, and I'll show you how it looks at the end. Okay, I just remembered I wanted to show you how I weave this tail in at this point, because it's 2 rounds down. So at this point, on this corner, I did my corner and 2 double crochets. Now I have to do the 3 in the chain 4 space. So yarn over, and if we go underneath here, I'm gonna hold that tail underneath. I'm gonna pull up. There I have it there, but you can see it. It looks apparent there. So 1, I have 2, and I have 3 double crochets. Now I go into the top, still hold that. Oh, sorry. Hold that. And I got the one on the top. The 1 double crochet, 2, okay, so I'm continuing to finish off this last round. So I have 3 double crochets in this one. Now I yarn over, and I do the double crochet into the first, the last 2 double crochets on the side, the first double crochet, then down into the second double crochet. Now 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the corner. Here's the first, second, chain 2, yarn over, 1, 2. There's 2 double crochets there. And now 2 double crochets the next 2 stitches. There's the first. There's the second. Now 3 double crochets into the chain 4 space. There's 1, 2, 3, yarn over, go to the top of that cluster, I made in the previous round, double crochet, now do 3 double crochets, next chain 3 space, so 1, 2, 3. Now it's double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. And then the last one. Now just 2 more stitches in the chain 2 space at the beginning. 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet. Okay, so now this is how I finish this motif in this square. Looks like the previous one, which will go along for me to making a hat. This can very well be made into many other projects. Maybe you want to make an afghan with them, or maybe a scarf with these ones. But I don't know, I just like the fact that it's kind of a green pattern. It reminds me a bit of holiday greenery. And this is it. So just to finish it off, I do chain 2, then I will slip stitch to the beginning, double crochet, go here, secure it, I cut the bit of the tail, and there we go. And now I have a finished motif that goes along with my previous one. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this, and we'll see you soon with the next project. Bye.